6/6/2012. We're looking at an article from the New York Times. We'll put a link to it. It's also on CNBC. It says Greece warns of going broke as tax proceeds dry up. We've been talking about this for 6 months, guys. The European leaders grapple with how to preserve their monetary union. Greece is rapidly running out of money. Nikos Lekis, a government official, said banks had hindered his efforts to collect back taxes. Government coffers could be empty as soon as July, shortly after this month's pivotal elections. In the worst case, Athens may have to temporarily stop paying for salaries and pensions, along with imports of fuel, food, and pharmaceuticals. That's it, guys. You're looking at it. Yesterday I did the article about, the video about the rapture being over. And people say, why do you do that? Why do you stir all that up? Guys, it's to pull a few back out of the fire. I don't mind taking the heat. Okay? I don't care if you if you unsubscribe to my channel. I don't make any money from YouTube. Okay? But if 20 people unsubscribe and one person will get in their Bible and look and prove me wrong and really learn the truth, it's all worth it. And that's what's happening right here, and it's coming, guys. Today on 6/6, it's everything possible is coming down. Google's new IP6 is being forced down our throats. As you watch this video, they're changing your IP on 6/6 to IP6. Greek leaders said that despite their latest bailout of 130 billion euros or $161.7 billion, they face a shortfall of 1.7 billion euros because tax revenue and other sources of potential income are drying up. Tax revenue. Taxes should be outlawed. They won't be. This is what's going to happen to us, guys. Greece is a small picture of what Satan is going to do to this world. And guys, we're so far past the point to where the lying preacher said we would be raptured. The word rapture is not in the Bible. You cannot find it. You cannot manufacture it. It is a manufactured lie. Now, I know this is going to get some people upset, but on the day when Satan comes, and a lot of people, especially the ones that come on here and comment and get really irate about the rapture, they believe in it, they're going to run to Satan. The Bible tells us that. They're going to destroy their families. It says the father and the mother and the sons will deliver each other up to the Antichrist. That's because they're biblically illiterate, thinking that the first one coming is Christ. And they're going to be saying, oh, come on, you've got to go to the church. Jesus is here. He wants to put his hands on you and touch you. Don't be a fool. Now, it says a wrenching recession and harsh budget cuts have left businesses and individuals with less and less to give for taxes. It's about taxes, not survival. Let the government survive and let everybody else starve. Goes on to say it's a growing incentive to avoid paying what they owe. But what are they going to pay? They're giving it to Merkel. They're giving it to the world. They don't have it to give. Wake up, Europe. It says the budget gap is widening as the so-called troika, that's of lenders, the IMF, the European Central Bank, and the Euro Commission, withholds 1 billion euros in bailout money earmarked for government financing while it waits to see whether new leaders elected June 17th will honor Greece's commitments. Guys, you see through this. In other words, they're going to put Greece in the position either you elect leaders that will go along with the mark of the beast, or we're going to starve you to death. And what I'm ashamed of is that the International Money Fund is headed by the U.S. I'm ashamed. Even if the Troika delivers that money, Greece will struggle to cover its obligations. It underscored a harsh reality that is playing out in other troubled Eurozone economies. Prolonged austerity is making it harder, not easier, for governments like Greece to become self-reliant again. They don't want Greece to be self-reliant. They wanted to be reliant on the Antichrist, which is about to appear. Now, you see this happening, and I pointed it out. It's collapsing, but Satan will be there as he puts these banks, as he puts Goldman Sachs, people like that, even Google, in the position to destroy the economy and destroy the world. He wants that so he can step in, guys. And if you think I mentioned that rapture to make you mad, it's to possibly prevent you from making a mistake. If you run to the first one coming, when Jesus clearly says 3 times in the New Testament, in those days after the tribulation, they shall see the Son of Man. Why do you want the easy way out? Aren't you Christian warriors? Aren't you strong enough to take it? Was Jesus raptured out? Wake up. Now, we mentioned the part of the New Testament where Jesus tells you, don't run, don't go to anybody claiming to be me. He says in those days after the tribulation, he says it in Mark 13, Luke 21, and Matthew 24. Read it for yourselves. Don't get mad at me. If you want to get mad about Jesus saying that, talk to him. Now, also in the Old Testament, God knew that this rapture theory, which did not even appear in Christian doctrine until the 1800s, and it was by a lady that had a high fever on a bed called Margaret MacDonald. I've got the book. I've read about it. The rapture is a lie created by Satan. Now, here God knew that it would happen. He warned against it. He knew Satan's plan. Ezekiel 13 is the most powerful verse in the Bible about the lying preachers at the end time and about the rapture. Now, when you're not raptured, I want you to go to your preacher and say, what happened? That may be not the only thing you tell him, because he's telling you now you don't need to be prepared for the rapture. Satan doesn't want you to know that end-time battle plan. I'm going to read part of this. The video is getting long, but it says, and the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy against the prophets of Israel that prophesy, and say thou unto them that prophesy out of their own hearts, hear ye the word of the Lord. These lying preachers telling you about the rapture out of their hearts so that you will pay their bills. They'll tell you anything. Now, if you read down through this, it just gets better and better. He's talking about them building up their walls with untempered mortar that will not hold the storm of Satan. They're not building up the hedges. But I want to read this part. I want you to read the whole chapter, but I'm limited on time. It says, now, he's talking to the preachers here that lie and tell you what you want to hear. You want the easy way out. It says, and will you pollute me among my people for handfuls of barley and for pieces of bread, to slay the souls that should not die, and to save the souls alive that should not live, by your lying to my people that hear your lies? Wherefore thus saith the Lord God, behold, I am against your pillows, wherewith you hunt the souls to make them fly. I will tear them from your arms, and I will let the souls go, even the souls that you hunt to make them fly. People, they didn't have airplanes back then. Nobody flew. He knew what this rapture, this flyaway doctrine was going to mean. It's pathetic. People will believe any lie to get the easy way out now. Read this. God bless.